From Daily Trust News Center, this is the News Hour.
On News Hour tonight, APC expects rancor-free consensus during National Convention. Supreme Court upholds deregistration of 22 political parties by Independent National Electoral Commission. Bandits kill 50 villagers, abduct 9 in Kaduna. And on the foreign scene, ECOWAS leaders gather for special summit on Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. Hello and welcome to Trust News Hour. I am Diran Onifade, the news in full. The All Progressives Congress, APC, says it is now set to conduct a rancor-free national convention whose outcome will be determined largely through consensus. Chairman of the party media subcommittee and governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, gave the confirmation at a World News Conference in Abuja ahead of Saturday, March 28th National Convention. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports.
Flanked by other members of the media subcommittee, Governor Abdullahi Sule says, though the party has gone through turbulent times leading to the convention, all processes have been harmonized and differences resolved with the intervention of President Muhammadu Buhari for a rancor-free convention.
President Muhammadu Buhari stated that APC was at a crucial moment in his life on a fast lane to self-destruct unless something was done. This was at the height of the APC's internal wranglings. President Muhammadu Buhari submitted that it was obvious that the fortunes of the party was in jeopardy, party administration was impossible, and consequently, an urgent need for intervention to immediately arrest further drifts and internal wranglings which may lead to total destruction had to be done. The President's charge on the task ahead was clear: an urgent need to maintain party cohesion, close ranks, and return our party to its winning ways.
He clarifies some knotty issues around the unity of the party, preference for consensus option, unity lists, refund to aspirants, among others.
Our first choice is always consensus, and we are still on that first choice. However, democracy demands that if even our constitution demands, and the constitution of Nigeria demands, that if that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and look at the other options. But right now, that remains our option number one. On the issue of political appointees to the president, our delegates lists are actually statutory. There are delegates. So if you have a former president as political appointee, if you have a former senator as a political appointee, these are already automatic delegates. So let's not confuse the two. Just because being an appointee doesn't necessarily take you out of being a delegate, because our delegates are classified clearly. Former president under our party, former elected, this elected, that party official, and the rest of that. I don't think anybody holding a political party office is actually right now a political appointee of the president or the governors.
A statement made by the chairman Nigeria Governors Forum and governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, alluding to division in the rank of the APC governors, reverberates at the conference, even as the governor denies holding such position.
Governor Fayemi was sitting when all the meetings where all this had been agreed. So when you said that, I was surprised. But then I just received a report that actually there is a refutal, by Governor Fayemi. He said he never said that.
But the president is well within his right to have a preferred candidate. But in our party, let him come and campaign for that candidate at the Eagle Square on Saturday. If his candidate wins, fine. If his candidate loses, well, he's going to have to live with it.
The acclaimed over 41 million registered members of the APC, stakeholders in the party, and other Nigerians are looking forward to a peaceful convention that will usher in a new set of leaders that will steer the affairs of the ruling party. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, all roads leading to the Eagle Square venue of Saturday's National Convention of the ruling All Progressives Congress will be closed to motorists on Friday. This is as the venue is wearing a new look with activities lined up for political gathering. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman again reports that hundreds of youths are having a busy day engaging in one activity or the other to earn money at the strategically secured convention ground.
I came all the way from Kaduna State, Zaria Depot, Chindit Barrack to handle this contract. I do this to earn what I will eat and my family because I'm not single, I'm married.
Preparation is in top gear right here at the Eagle Square, a venue for the March 26th extraordinary convention of the APC, which is expected to usher in a new set of leaders that would steer the affairs of the ruling party. Behind me, as you can see, is the podium, the main podium, well decorated, awaiting the arrival of guests who, some of them have already started making their ways into the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja, to witness this very important occasion. And by this side, looking at my left flank, you can see, the BIP stand also well decorated. It is expected, to house, the most important dignitaries that are going to, witness this convention, including President Muhammadu Buhari, who is Nigeria's president, and of course, a very important personality at this very important occasion. And if you look at this side, you can see the stands, the various stands for the states. Imo State, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, and so on and so forth. It has been carefully, arranged and of course decorated, such that all the delegates that are to attend this convention and of course exercise their duties as members of the party to decide, the next leadership of the party will be sitting, in those seats that have been, properly arranged. Security security situation is also carefully, strategically located. There are security agencies, various uniforms and forces stationed at various locations to ensure that there is maximum security of lives and property. With me is one of the very prominent, masters of ceremonies who are going to anchor this very important event. So let's hear from him. Let's get to know you first.
Well, my name is Jibril Suleiman Zakire, also known as MC Big Boy.
Okay, you are already here, at the convention ground. What do you see? How are you looking at the atmosphere in terms of, the arrangement for the exercise?
Well, so far everything is moving smoothly as expected. The decorators are doing their job. The person on the stage, the security, the protocol, almost all the committees are on ground doing the needful. And we're very much sure as everything is going, everything will be perfectly done God's will.
Okay, so what should Nigerians expect in terms of the outcome of the exercise? Because this is one convention that many Nigerians have been waiting to see how it's going to take place.
Well, although not deeply involved in politicking, but the expectation is that everything will be very, very successful and a free and fair election. That will be the expected outcome of this very.
Thank you very much. One of the MCs that are going to anchor this very important exercise is giving us his perspective, on the preparation so far and what Nigerians should expect. From the Eagle Square here in Abuja, Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News.
President of the Amalgamated Union of Public Corporations, Civil Service, Technical and Recreational Services Employees, Benjamin Anthony, says building a new Nigeria is possible. He's speaking during the 6th Quadrennial National Delegates Conference of the Union with the theme, Building a New Nigeria, the role of the working class in advancing decent work agenda and national transformation in the new normal, held in Jos, Plateau State. The report. The Supreme Court of Nigeria on Friday in Abuja upheld the deregistration of 22 political parties carried out by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Delivering judgment in an appeal instituted by INEC against the judgment of the Court of Appeal, Justice Ejembi Eko voided and set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, which had nullified the deregistration. Justice Eko held that the Court of Appeal on its own raised the issue of lack of fair hearing in favor of the 22 scrapped parties and arrived at a conclusion without hearing from other parties in the matter. The parties were among the 74 scrapped in 2020 by INEC following the dismal performances in previous elections. INEC had on February 6, 2020, deregistered 74 political parties for failing to win any political office in the last general election. A federal high court has postponed the delivery of judgment in a suit seeking to sack the Cross River governor, Ben Ayade, and his deputy, Ivara Esu. The judgment had initially been fixed for Friday, but the case has been adjourned till April 6, 2022. The PDP, through its counsel, Emmanuel Ukala, SAN, had filed a suit before Justice Taiwo to seek an order sacking the governor and his deputy over their defection to the All Progressives Congress, APC, among others. On Monday, the judge had ordered 2 House of Representatives members representing Cross Rivers and 18 lawmakers from the state's House of Assembly to vacate their seats over their defection to APC. A federal high court in Abuja has dismissed the suit by state governors of the 36 states seeking to stop deductions of $418 million Paris Club refund. Justice Inyang Eko on Friday held that the suit was lacking in merit. The judge also held that the action brought by the attorneys general of the 36 states was an abuse of court processes and filed without locus standi. The 36 state governors, through their counsel, Sunday Ibrahim Ame, SAN, had asked the court to stop the deductions of their $418 million from their account. The court had earlier refused to grant a request for an injunctive order restraining the federal government from proceeding with the deductions.
First, let's appreciate this case, given the volume of documents involved, more than election. His lordship has been able to come up with Two, the fundamental issue which was unable to address the issue of abuse. Judgments of High Court of Appeal cannot be invalidated by a collateral suit. And the court made that point. Furthermore, the court did not say that the Attorney General lacked locus to institute action of the government. It said in this matter, where the action of the governor is at the center of the suit, that they could not come without the consent of the governor, and secondly, they ought to make the governor respondents so that they can be heard for their action was being questioned. Up by the Attorney General, their own appointee. They didn't dispute the action of the government, they are challenging it. That's what we call incongruity. Because he insists that the criminal provision that enables them to come does not provide them the right to challenge their appointment. That's the point. And above it all, I believe that the tempers are high now on the side of Clinton. But when they come down to read the judgment, they will see that it is unacceptable. But if they decide to proceed, the law remains constant. It doesn't change by emotion or by sentiment.
And notwithstanding the exhibition of freedom, we think that when they look at the judgment, Because I'm hearing that for the very first time, that the Attorney General of the state, or of 36 states, cannot open about what is being done in their states by taking money from the coffer of the states. The judgment them the states were not party. I'm wondering whether that is what our constitution says. But every day we learn. I'm happy that this is a court of first instance. There is also a court of appeal and the Supreme Court. We want to find out, and I commend his lordship. If there is no mistakes, there can be no further testing. Some presidential but I commend him for the volume of work and was able to navigate this way. But we will talk to our clients and see the next thing to do. Because the money involved is not the charge of $480 million. It's enough to give us so we'll see what we can do. Speaking for myself, I'm not happy that the judgment comes today. Particularly when we talk about local standard of Attorney General. Attorney General not having locals to challenge action, injuries to the states. It's good news and we'll thank you.
The Borno State APC chairman, Bukar Daluri, said the party will rally support for the candidates endorsed by President Buhari during its Saturday's national convention in Abuja. The state party chairman stated this during the inauguration of the Borno State APC Working Committee members in Maiduguri. Daluri, who is also the chairman of all APC chairmen nationwide, revealed that Northeast states have agreed to vote for incumbent Senator Abubakar Kyari for the position of Deputy National Chairman.
Are set to give our vote to aspirants that are endorsed by President Buhari. If the President asks us to go to the right or left, we will obey. We are happy to announce that our aspirant has the backing of all the northern states. We are hopeful that Senator Abubakar Kyari will emerge as the next Deputy National Chairman, North.
Property worth millions of naira have been razed down by an inferno at Bauchi Food Market, which purportedly started from an area dominated by black marketers of petrol. Reports say the inferno razed down 16 other shops in the vicinity before the arrival of firefighters 1 hour later. According to reports, the fire started from the area where black marketers are stationed and moved to other shops. Landowners whose buildings were demolished during road construction in Oshogbo, Osun State, more than 9 years ago, want the state government to pay them compensation. The affected landowners staged peaceful protests in Oshogbo, pleading with Governor Adegboyega Oyetola to pay them compensation without further delay.
Masalasi Gaji, Ajegunle, Old Garage, MPS, Railway Crossing, on the demolition of the houses when they are doing the major road since 9 years ago. We are asking for our compensation from the state of Osun government. So we are using this opportunity to appeal to His Excellency Alhaji Isiaka Gboyega Oyetola to pay our compensation since 9 years ago. He promised us that he's going to pay our compensation, that he knows everything. By the time he was the chief of staff to Aregbesola, he has known everything, and we learned that the federal government has paid the state government. So they should please pay all the landlords our compensation. We are all dying. People are dying every day. Yesterday, we just lost one of us, Alhaji Adekunle from Ilobu, which is also a landlord in Oshogbo, Ayetoro here. So we are using this opportunity to beg His Excellency, Alhaji Isiaka Gboyega Oyetola, to please come to our rescue to pay compensation to the landlord and landlady.
The reason why we are here is just to let the state government know that we are still expecting our compensation. Since 2012, nothing is paid to us, and we have been able to resuscitate the house through loan. We are still paying loan to those who help us to build the house, because without building the house, we cannot have means of livelihood. That's why we have to go into loan to see that we build the house back. That is why you see the houses are standing now. If not because of the loan, we wouldn't have been able to construct the house.
You're still watching Trust News Hour. Coming up after the break, how inventor makes hatchery delightful. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Trust News Hour. Here's a look at our top stories. All Progressive Congress APC says it is now set to conduct a rancor-free national convention whose outcome will be determined largely through consensus. And Supreme Court of Nigeria on Friday in Abuja upheld the deregistration of 22 political parties carried out by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Moving to other news, the eradication of tuberculosis infections in Nigeria is encountering impediments within the period of 2020 to 2022, owing to the global focus on the COVID-19 pandemic. The National Tuberculosis and Leprosy Control Program estimated 452,000 TB cases in Nigeria, out of which 138,591 cases were notified in 2020. The Federal Ministry of Health, in a bid to counter the catastrophic impact of COVID-19 on the fight against TB, reiterated further commitment through mobilization of additional support drawn from local and international donor agencies and partners. Trust TV's Aisha Saliu reports.
Tuberculosis and other related diseases burden most affected by ages 15 and 44 consequently leads to reduction in the national output on gross domestic product. The Minister of Health, Ehanire Osagie, says the federal government, in line with the WHO End TB strategy adopted in 2016, continues to make giant strides in the fight against tuberculosis amidst challenges.
Our National Strategic Health Development Plan and the National Strategic Plan for TB set our priorities as follows. Ensure continuity of TB services through provision of integrated TB and COVID-19 services, especially awareness creation, diagnosis, and contact investigation. 2, scale up demand creation for TB services through strategic media engagement. 3, expand community TB interventions to all 36 states and the FCT. 4, introduce new diagnostic tools, which is a shorter TB preventive therapy and all oral medicines for treatment for drug-resistant TB.
Osagie noted that although the fight against tuberculosis is ongoing, there are still lapses in estimated and notified cases due to capacity gaps among health workers.
This implies that a high proportion of children with TB are so-called missing cases, that is to say they have not been detected. Similarly, our drug-resistant TB response has not yielded the desired results, with barely 2,975 or 40% of the estimated 21,000 drug-resistant cases notified in 2021.
The implementation of the restructured tuberculosis response is attributed to end tuberculosis and save lives in Nigeria. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The police in Rivers State have arrested 42 suspected oil thieves with 42 trucks in their bid to sustain the fight against illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism, economic sabotage, and other criminal activities in the country. The arrest came on the heels of the achievements recorded by the Inspector General of Police Special Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering, where suspects and exhibits were paraded in Port Harcourt, Rivers State capital. The report.
Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, represented by the Acting Force Public Relations Officer CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, revealed that the IGP Special Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering impounded 41 trucks with illegal petroleum products, arresting 42 suspects. Giving details of the successes made by the Inspector General of Police Task Force on Petroleum and Illegal Bunkering, he said 21 have been charged to court, with 17 still under investigation, while 4 convictions have been secured in court. Final forfeiture application of 14 tankers and 4 cars to the federal government of Nigeria are pending in various federal high court branches across the federation.
We have impounded about 900,000 liters of product tested, not suspected to be adulterated again, tested to be adulterated, AGO, automotive gas oil, and about 30,000 liters of products tested to be crude oil within Rivers State from February to March 2022. And they are all here for you to see today. 13 suspects have been arrested in connection with the legal dealing of petroleum products by the Special Task Force within Rivers State alone. 2 container body trucks disguised to be loaded with foodstuff were also impounded by the Special Task Force after a thorough stop and search by our men attached to this task force.
He explained that these successes were achieved in Rivers State and other parts of the country, sequel to the collective efforts in the fight against illegal oil traders and purveyors of adulterated petroleum products in the country. A total of over 1 million liters of automotive gas oil, 30,000 liters of low-poor fuel oil, 75,000 liters of crude oil, and 9,900 liters of premium motor spirit were recovered between 2021 till date.
In line with the vision and mission of the Inspector General of Police, we believe so much in technology-driven policing and believe so much in robust community partnership, that we want to urge hoodlums and other criminals and those who are having mind to join criminals to continue to trouble Nigerians to please stay clear. We urge them to always do away with illegal activities because a day is coming. And here we are today for some of them that have been arrested. It's a lesson to others outside looking at us that there's no gain in engaging in any criminal activities.
He called for frequent operational patrols in a bid to curb the incessant activities of illegal oil thieves and economic saboteurs.
Borno State Police Command says officers and other ranks in the command will not join the rumored strike over the non-payment of salaries. The State Commissioner of Police, Abdul Umar, said this during a press briefing in Maiduguri. He said his men and formation are loyal to the command and it's not planning any mutiny. The police chief warned officers against sharing intelligence information on social media, adding that the Inspector General of Police has already made provision of kits and arms for the command. He further expressed confidence that the IG is pursuing better welfare for the police force.
That there was an increase in police salary. Within this 3-4 years, and the increase, we receive it. But after receiving it, there are a lot of complaints that is not just like Oliver Twist. And we've twisted, and there's an increase. The formula they are going to adopt, we don't know. There's media policy now in the Nigerian police, which regulates our conduct and our activities. So I think I came with it and I've circulated, and the policemen are fully aware of their limits, because there are some designated officers who run our media platforms. It is only through them that we'll be able to send our signals, our chat, and the rest of it. So there's a policy which is a very positive achievement, because it brought about high level of discipline in the force.
The police in Katsina State have arrested 3 suspected armed robbers and 5 vandals who specialized in vandalizing telecommunication masts. The police also arrested 1 suspected terrorist after rescuing 1 kidnapped victim and recovering 40 cows and other domestic animals. Abdullah Yamadi sent in this report for Trust TV News.
The Katsina State Police Command said terrorists in their numbers attacked the residence of Alhaji Sada Kotoko of Barkia village, Kurifi local government area of Katsina State, abducted him and rustled 40 of his cows on the 20th of March 2022. In response to the distress call from the village, the police engaged the terrorists in gun duel, rescued the kidnapped victim, and recovered all his rustled animals, while the bandits escaped into the nearby bush with gunshot wounds.
One Shamsu Umar, 29 years, of Kopar Marusa quarters, Mustafa Nuhu, 27 years, of Ambassador's quarters, Abdul Salam, Saleh alias Nadurundu, 29 years, of Sabuwar Kaswa quarters, all in the metropolitan area of Katsina. Suspected armed robbers who specialize in breaking into dwelling houses of the good people of the state.
The robbery syndicate specialized in terrorizing people within the state capital and its environs. Nemesis caught up with the members of the syndicate when they were accosted by a team of policemen and vigilante after they broke into the residence of Mrs. Ismail Bashir of Ambassador Quarters in Katsina Metropolis and carted away her vehicle there and then. The suspect confessed to have committed the offense while police investigation is ongoing. I was invited by a friend. When I came, we passed the night in a nearby uncompleted building. We went to the residence of Mrs. Bashir and stole her car. I expected that we would be arrested because I told my colleagues there is a vigilante committee in that area, and that is it. That is how we were arrested. In a related development, the command has in its custody a syndicate of suspected vandals, Salisu Abubakar, Jamilu Abubakar, Najib Salisu, and Salisu Badamasi, who specialized in vandalizing telecommunication masts around the state. The hoodlums were intercepted by the police on Katsina Daura Road and recovered industrial batteries, hacksaw, industrial pliers, cutlasses, knives, and a golf salon car used for transporting the syndicate and their stolen goods.
These batteries that they remove or they have stolen were estimated to have a value of 1,200,000. And They also confess to have committed other crimes such as stealing of motorcycles, not only in Nigeria, including Niger Republic. Their crimes is extended up to other countries like Niger, that is transborder crime.
Similarly, a notorious shopbreaker, Saadu Abubakar Batsari, was also arrested in Batsari town attempting to vandalize and steal armored cable from MTN mobile telecommunication mast. I was deceived by a friend into this act, and when we started, we sold the proceeds, rather the armored cable, at 6,000 naira to one of our collaborators in Kazana. He bought it, and that is the beginning of all these problems. He also participated in kidnapping of one Alhaji Ibrahim Bello, while a ransom was paid before he regained freedom, and 100,000 naira was given to him as his share of the proceeds. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Cross Television News, Katsina.
Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, says artificial intelligence is ushering in new ways of doing things in different sectors of the economy as the world is experiencing changes. The minister said this at the maiden edition of Artificial Intelligence Summit in Lafia, Nasarawa State. Abubakar Abdullahi files in the report.
Gathered in this hall are ICT professionals and students, where intelligence discussions centered on activities done artificially. Speaking on behalf of the federal government, Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Issa Pantami, represented by the Director, National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, Yao Garba, said new ways of doing things in life have bring different changes in the society.
AI will have huge impact on the following industries: healthcare, agriculture, automotive, financial services, retail, technology, communications, entertainment, manufacturing, energy, transport, and logistics. This all translates to significant global economic impact, and Nigeria must not be left out. We must be tech makers and not just mere consumers of technology. Our dynamic tech ecosystem and startups must rise to the task of placing Nigeria among the top players in the AI arena.
The minister also said the summit provides a platform to discuss, promote, and adopt artificial intelligence to ensure rapid national development on emerging technology. President of the Nigerian Computer Society, Adeshina Sodia, said the summit is focusing on artificial intelligence for national development to enable Nigerians' capability in AI, as integrating it in governance will trigger numerous activities such as better policy formulation, efficient decision-making, increase in work output, among others.
An AI-enabled private sector will also boost revenue, remove bottlenecks, ensure smooth planning, increase output, increase market penetration, enhance service delivery, improve customer satisfaction, and increase production output and quality. Leveraging on AI will leapfrog economic transformation of any nation.
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by his deputy Emmanuel Akabe, commended organizers of the summit, saying that the event is timely.
Let me commend the Nigerian Computer Society for conceiving the idea of the summit and by equipping the actors of the computer industry with a new knowledge with a view to exploring untapped areas of technology and technological developments.
These students shared their experiences at the summit.
What I've learned from this program since yesterday is simply that what we think is impossible, which is making robots and being able to teach a system in a more intelligent way what a human being is able to do, is very possible. because what they've shown us is that you are not only able to create a system or create a robot, but you're also able to make them even more intelligent.
I found that artificial intelligence is a system that helps humans in assisting them to make work more easier, like in construction of buildings. They make either 20 or 30-story buildings, which make it easier for humans these days.
The summit was organized by the Nigerian Computer Society. Abubakar Abdullahi, Trust TV News, Lafia.
A 27-year-old graduate of mechanical engineering, Muhammad Usman, is making waves in Katsina since inventing an automatic incubator and hatching machine powered by solar or gas as an alternative to electricity. Muhammad Usman said the new invention of automatic hatching and incubating machine is part of his contribution to turn around poultry farming by giving Nigerians an affordable means of practicing poultry without electricity. The young engineer has so far fabricated over 50 automatic incubators and hatching machines, selling same to prospective users. The report.
The automatic hatching machine and incubator, which can be used under all temperatures, are of different capacities depending on the request or requirement of the customer. A 3,000 eggs capacity automatic incubator or hatching machine powered by solar or gas energy is being sold at 1.5 million naira only, while 300 eggs capacity is being sold at 250,000 naira only.
So this incubator is a automatic modern one, and it is greater than the foreign incubator, because the foreign incubator, it have a high consumption of power and it have a high cost, and our product, my incubator, it have a low cost and it have a low consumption of power.
The machine is capable of hatching all sorts of eggs in only 21 days using solar or gas energy as an alternative to electricity. Besides the fabrication, engineer Muhammad has dedicated some of these machines for hatching and incubation, where he employed some youth to man the business. So far, over 50,000 eggs of different species have been hatched with the solar-powered incubator.
By using gas and solar panel, you understand? And it will, if there is have electricity, it will change automatically to electricity. If there is no electricity, it will change automatically to gas and solar panel. The solar panel is charge the battery, and the battery can power the gas and the other electronics device in the machine.
He also said he sold a significant number of these automatic incubators to poultry farmers in Jigawa, Katsina, Kaduna, Zamfara, and Kano, as well as Niger Republic. The Katsina State Chairman of All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Afan Alhaji Umar Gojo, who is one of the beneficiaries of this innovation, told Trust Television that he hatched over 7,000 eggs with the automatic hatching and incubation machines powered by solar energy in a remote area. The innovation can be used to turn around the poultry farming sector. The innovation is one of the best things that happens to Katsina people and Nigerians in recent times. Muhammad Usman is the overall winner of 5 million naira cash prize in automotive modeling and product category in the just concluded talent hunt organized by Katsina State government. Similarly, Muhammad Usman, who invented an automatic rechargeable solar spraying machine for pesticides and herbicides purposes, is aspiring to expand the business and employ more young Nigerians. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Women are victims of the ravaging insecurity in Nigeria and should be allowed to contribute their quota in curbing rising insecurity in the country. The call was made at a conference on vital role of women in curbing insecurity in Abuja, organized by Broad Sustainable Economic Empowerment and Peace. The report.
The conference attracts many women from far and near, as well as different organizations. Former Governor of Bauchi State, Muhammad Abubakar, re-echoes call for women's voice to be heard, especially on issues affecting women and the vital role they play in the society.
Women obviously represent a very large segment of our society. In Nigeria, in fact, women represent the larger segment of our society. Therefore, there is no way anywhere in the world a society will grow and prosper without involving a large segment of that society, or the larger segment of that society. This is also true in terms of engendering peace and security in any society. It is obvious for the simple reason that women are the central caretakers of society.
Director General of National Center for Women Development, Dr. Asabi Velita Bashir, said the conference is purposefully convened to examine the roles women can play in curbing insecurity in the country and address gender inequality issues.
Our being here today is to examine the role of women in combating insecurity in Nigeria and to fashion out the best ways to engender transformative and inclusive conflict resolution and fight against insecurity, which will ultimately contribute meaningfully to our development. To this end, the National Center for Women Development is first inviting all stakeholders here present to join forces and promote gender equality and women, peace and security through different approaches, including through strengthening managerial leadership and accountability on implementation of the gender equality and women, peace and security mandates across all sectors.
Minister of Women Affairs Dame Pauline Tallinn said as mothers, women are victims of insecurity and therefore women should be given an opportunity to play a critical role in curbing insecurity in the country.
Remember that all the children, the Boko Haram, the bandits, name it, are children that come from mothers. And if women are carried along, when a mother shouts and calls her son to another, definitely something will happen. There will be positive change. Let's try. If you keep trying something without result, try another. If we try more women, I believe the answer will be better.
The consensus at the end of the conference is that women should be given a role to play in ending insecurity in Nigeria.
At least 7,000 orphans and vulnerable children in primary and junior secondary schools in Bauchi State will benefit from intervention of educational materials worth 61 million naira. Chairperson of the State Orphans and Vulnerable Children Agency, Yawa Balewa, said this to newsmen after flagging off the distribution of the materials to beneficiaries at the Bauchi Local Government Secretariat. Adamu Imam completes the report.
Yalwa Abubakar Tafawa Balewa said that in Bauchi Local Government, 500 of such children have been selected from various primary schools that will benefit from the scheme. According to her, the distribution of the materials is aimed at ensuring that children who are orphans and vulnerable did not feel outcast, but encouraged to face their academic pursuit unhindered.
Plastic materials is more than 61 million to be distributed to 7,000 orphan and vulnerable children in the state. Before the distribution, we assessed the orphans and vulnerable children in primary school across the state and the 20 local governments. So we have their record. And initially, these orphan and vulnerable children, the agency itself tried to register them. That is by going to the households in the communities to see that we identify these households, and then also we register these children.
However, she opined that they are committed to see that vulnerable children have a sense of belonging in the society through the provision of psychosocial support of all kinds, noting that they will put a strong supervision that every child will not be missed out in the distribution through a collaboration with the community leaders.
These are people that are responsible in the communities. And in each local government, we have our focal officers, those who are the local government staff, who are the eye of the chairman of the local government. Then these focal officers, this OBC link comprises of honest people in the community. Together with them, we assess the enrollment of the OBC, and then also we monitor together. And then when it comes to distribution, we vote together with them.
During the distribution, one of the representatives from various communities assures that those are responsible for the distribution will not relent in ensuring justice to the orphans and vulnerables. We have a collective groups that are trustworthy to take up these responsibilities. The group's association is so wide that our members cut across 34,000. They are not only located in Bauchi Metropolis alone, but in other local government areas of the state and other communities. We have 6,640 communities, and we have 5 members in each community, such as religious, community, as well as traditional leaders, all because of this distribution to orphans and vulnerable in those localities. Speaking at the distribution exercise, the chairman of Bauchi Local Government, Mahmoud Baba Ma'aji, represented by his deputy at the occasion, commended the agency for the gesture. He emphasized that basic education is the right of every child, no matter their status, pointing out that it is the foundation of life that must not be toyed with. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, on Friday ordered students to occupy the streets of Abuja with their cooking pots, mattresses, and other personal effects to protest the strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. NANS President Sunday Ashefon stated this in a letter to zonal coordinators of the union. According to the letter, sequel to the union's ultimatum issued to the federal government and ASU to find lasting solution to their face-off for the universities to reopen on or before the 20th March 2022, the students will mobilize until the institutions are reopened. Meanwhile, the Bulgarian ambassador to Nigeria, Yanko Yadonov, says Nigeria and Bulgaria are working to reduce visa fees. The envoy said this on Friday in Abuja at the embassy's cocktail reception to announce the Bulgarian universities are opened for Nigerian students and the ease of educational pursuit in Bulgaria. Yordanov said that Bulgaria and Nigeria shared a long history and traditional friendship and cooperation, and these had made being an ambassador in Nigeria interesting.
Because I'm always supported by 4,000 more ambassadors of Bulgaria to Nigeria. They've graduated in Bulgaria, and they continue to play a critical role in bringing together our two nations. And it's really very important because in recent times Bulgaria decided to reinvigorate this partnership. So we've decided that we should apply the same model. First, we go with the education and make this partnership sustainable, and then all the other fruits will come in sooner or later. But mostly it's a hidden paradise for African students, because in Bulgaria all of them can enjoy affordable fees and tuitions.
So for me, it's a welcome development that they've come with a synergy of educational development this time. It will be a new opening for a lot of Nigerian youths to tap into it and get opportunity of expanding. So I see Nigeria and Bulgaria as a partner of progress. And I assure you, with what happened here this evening, it will be a new fiesta of collaboration, of development between Bulgaria and Nigeria.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, held an extraordinary summit on Friday over Mali's political crisis, with the Sahel nation's ruling strongman invited. ECOWAS convened the meeting of heads of state and government of the regional bloc to discuss the political situation in Mali, Guinea, and Burkina Faso. The 15-nation bloc is pushing for the military, which seized power in a 2020 coup, to stage elections within 12 to 16 months. ECOWAS chair Ghana's Nana Akufo-Addo told the opening session of the 5th Extraordinary Summit of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government on the political situation in the three countries that the meeting was to take stock of events in the three member states and take appropriate decisions on the way forward. Former Nigerian President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who is the ECOWAS mediator for Mali, is expected to speak on a progress report on the political transition in Mali. Leaders of member states of the regional grouping are to discuss reports on recent political developments in the three countries, which have been facing political instability in the past 2 years. We'll now join Ade Ajishafe for the sports news.
Nigerian beach volleyball team are set to battle for sole ticket of 2022 Commonwealth Games qualifiers in Accra, Ghana, from 25th to 29th April 2022 in men and women categories. Godwin Shekarau of Kano Pillars Volleyball Club and Hilary Simon, Nigerian Customs Service Volleyball Club, will represent Nigeria in men's category, while Albertina Francis and Happy Wushilang of NSCDC Volleyball Club battles in the women's category. University of Port Harcourt's Abasiono Akpan has emerged most outstanding woman athlete at the ongoing Nuga Games with an impressive 4 gold medals in 800 meters, 4x400 meters, 4x400 meter mixed and 400 meter hurdles, and silver in 100 meter hurdles. Mercy Honesty, also of Uniport, second with 3 medals, gold in long jump, triple jump, and bronze in 4x100 meter race. Kingsley Oyea from University of Nigeria emerged best male athlete with 3 gold medals in men's 3,000, 5,000, and 10,000 meters. Uniport leads the medal table with 67 medals, while Unilag are second on the log.
Meanwhile, Ghana is hosting Nigeria in one of the most anticipated matches of the first leg of the 2022 World Cup playoffs in Kumasi, and the scores are still 0-0. We've come to the end of Trust TV News Hour. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Diron Onifade. Thanks for joining us.